Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and today we are in Eco. This is on a server actually, and I'm going to go over industry. I've actually got this one set up here in my building. So I'm going to go over all the different tools that you need. You are going to need a large tier 3 building. This one measures, I think, an 8 by 8. 8 by 10, something like that. It's quite large. Let's see here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 9, 10. 8, 9. Yeah, at least 9. Actually, it's probably closer to 11 by outside dimensions. And I've kind of got everything packed in here like sardines in a can. You can access everything, but it's like as close as you can get it, kind of thing. So these are each of the different machines that are in here. This is the electric stamping press, and these use the modern upgrades. So those are done by advanced smelting, by industry, by electronics, and I'm not sure which the last one is. Let me check here. Modern upgrade 4 is done with advanced carpentry. That's right. So the composite maker does the modern upgrade 4s. So yeah, these are all the different machines. That's your electric stamping press, one of the first ones you have to make. Then you've got the electric lathe, which is the second one that you have to make, and then you've got the electric planer, the electric machinist table, where each of those are made, and then of course this is the electronics assembly, which is kind of shared between electronics, oil drilling, and industry. So the person who's doing industry is going to want to either specialize in advanced smelting or be very good friends with someone who is, or have a reliable source of steel available, because everything in industry requires steel. You'll also want to be friends with someone who makes epoxy, or have a good source of that. That'd be someone with oil drilling. You'll need to have someone with electronics, or have that yourself, of course, to be able to make some of the various different things for putting into each of these different machines and each of these different recipes. Now the industry person, who do they supply? Well, the industry person, they create really quite a few things. Those are mostly made in the robotics assembly line. So let me see if I can find one of those. There we go, robotics assembly line. And so then these are all the different things that it can be made there at the robotics assembly line. So you've got combustion engines, which are industry. You've got the crane, the excavator, the jaw crusher. That's actually electronics. You've got your industry modern upgrade. The laser recipe is electronics, so you can't do that one. Let's see here. The refrigerator is made with industry. The skid steer, of course, everyone's favorite. Let's see here. What else? We've got the truck. That's made with industry. The washing machine. And then the wind turbine, that's made with electronics, so you can't make that one. But many of the major big things there, all of the late term machines and everything, those are all made with industry. And so late game, the person who has industry really comes in strong. They're key in really reducing the cost it takes to pull resources out of the ground. The game kind of lags behind in the mining and industry for much of the game, and then comes roaring back when you get the skid steer, because it's very easy to then pull all the resources out of the ground that you need. Specifically the iron, the limestone, all that kind of stuff comes out of the ground very, very easily once you have that skid steer employed. So one of the easiest ways to get that building is with reinforced steel, or reinforced concrete, sorry. The other way, of course, is with the corrugated steel, a little bit more expensive steel-wise, but if you've got advanced smelting, you can do that really with very little cost. You'll obviously have to have advanced smelting and I guess smelting and mining help as well. Either that, or you'll have to purchase your materials from someone else to really get those going. But you can then get this rolling mill and just make corrugated steel. It just uses steel, and that's a tier 3 material which you can use to build up your house. Or well, I suppose it'd be your industry crafting room. So as I said, you're going to need quite a large room. I've kind of got a mixed one up there. I've got some lumber, I've got some corrugated steel, I've got some reinforced concrete there. If you are a mason and you have access to someone with advanced smelting, this is a very, very easy one to make. Requires 4 different materials, but they're generally not very expensive. For me, the most expensive one was the cement. If you're a mason, you can do that and make that yourself, of course. Reinforced concrete just requires some cement, rebar, sand, and some crushed rock. So very, very easy to make that. And all of these things can really be done with masonry, advanced smelting. I guess you need smelting as well for making the steel, or the iron for the steel, and mining. So yeah, that's really the gist of industry. Industry is one of those skills where you spend a lot of money making the different things, but they can also be sold for a lot of money as well. So like skid steers currently on this server, we've got one order up for 2,000 and another order up for 1,000. So compared to the cost for making these, especially if you've got an in with someone who can make these themselves, or you've got the skills yourself, it can be quite lucrative making all of those. So I think that will wrap things up for industry. If there's something I've missed, or you need further instruction on that, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to get to that. One thing that I should mention, I guess, is that all of these industry machines are all run off of electricity. So you will need to have some sort of electric power, which can be done with a steam engine or a combustion engine. Both of them require water now. Actually, no, that's incorrect. The steam engine requires water. The combustion engine, I believe, simply uses a petroleum product. But right now I've just got a steam engine up there, and that's working well enough to supply all of the electrical needs that I need. So you'll need a pump, a water pump, whether electric or mechanical, some form of mechanical power supply there. I've got that right down there to supply the water. And then, of course, the steam engine itself, and that will supply all of the electricity that you'll need. As you can see, I've got 1,000 being made by that, and currently only demanding 100 watts. Let's see here, power, that uses 100 watts when operating as well. Same, I believe, goes for this one. Yeah, each of these are only taking like 100 watts. And this one doesn't even require power, and this one does. That's 250. So you can easily supply all, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those machines with the steam engine. So just a little bit of water, and away you go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, that will be it for today's video. Hopefully this has been instructional. If I've missed anything or you need further information, feel free to leave a comment down below, or of course contact me on my Discord channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone. Ta-ta.